In the harsh wilderness of Siberia, there was a remote prison surrounded by endless snowfields. After the end of World War II, many German soldiers were captured by the Russians and forced into grueling labor in dangerous lead mines. The prison had little security, not because escape was easy, but because the freezing, desolate landscape made it nearly impossible. Among these prisoners was a man named Clem Farrell, sentenced to 25 years. But Clem was different. He refused to surrender to a life in chains. He longed to see his wife and daughter again, no matter the cost. One night, Clem seized an opportunity. He slipped aboard a coal train leaving the prison. For a brief moment under the open sky, he felt free. But his escape was short-lived. A Russian guard discovered him, and he was dragged back and locked in an open-air cell as punishment. 2 days later, the prison warden released Clem, but not with mercy. The other prisoners, furious that they had been denied food for 2 days because of his escape, beat him brutally. He was left so badly injured, he needed hospital care. There, a German doctor, also a prisoner, treated him. The doctor admired Clem's courage, but warned him, escape would likely be fatal in the cold. Yet he also told Clem the truth. The lead exposure in the mines was slowly killing them all. The doctor, diagnosed with terminal cancer, gave Clem all he had: warm clothes, boots, and even a gun. He asked only one favor, that if Clem survived, he deliver a lunchbox to his family as a final message. That night, Clem made another attempt, this time on foot. When the warden discovered the escape, he rushed to interrogate the doctor, but the doctor had already ended his own life. Search parties were sent out. Days passed with no sign of Clem. Most believed he had frozen to death, but the warden was unconvinced. He ordered the hunt to continue. Meanwhile, Clem was enduring brutal snowstorms. After several days, he hallucinated a sled dog team and collapsed. When he woke, he realized he had been wandering for 9 days without food. In a final act of desperation, he spotted a seal and used his last bullet to kill it. That one meal revived his strength. He pressed forward, talking to himself to stay sane. A small tree eventually appeared on the horizon, a sign that he was finally out of the Arctic. In a forest, Clem was nearly crushed by a falling tree during a blizzard. Luckily, 2 gold prospectors, Sam John and Matten, rescued him. Together, they continued through the wilderness and built a raft to cross a river. During the crossing, Sam John fell into the water. Clem jumped in and saved him, but Matten paddled off with all the supplies. With no food, Clem carried the injured Sam John on his back. Finally, they reached a small Siberian village, where the locals, surprisingly, welcomed them. The villagers gave them food, warmth, and a place to sleep. Clem felt hope for the first time in weeks. But hope was short-lived. Russian soldiers arrived and arrested them both. They were sent to another prison, this time in the Ural Mountains. Clem refused to give up. He planned a second escape, this time more carefully. One freezing night, they escaped into the forest using stolen uniforms. They crossed rivers, dodged patrols, and hunted small animals to survive. After weeks of traveling, Clem reached the Iranian border. He crossed over, collapsed, and was found by local shepherds. They took him to a hospital where he finally recovered. Months later, after debriefings and paperwork, Clem was allowed to return home. His wife and daughter ran into his arms at the train station. He handed the old lunchbox to the doctor's family, just as he'd promised. Clem Farrell never forgot the cost of his freedom, and never stopped telling the story of those who helped him along the way.